You are now entering Armbar Audio.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Armbar Audio. This week, we are going over the top 10 matches of the month of January 2021. Next to me, not really, is my trusted companion, John Kern.
It's me! John Kearns, what's up?
And of course,
I legitimately thought Sid was frozen for a second.
Every month we do this, we have to have a bit of color on our show.
God.
Bringing the brown swag all the way from Dallas, Texas, Sid Serrano, the Nerdy Mark.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I'm just thank you for totally not racist at all. No, I'm kidding. Excited to do this.
Everything has to be racist if it comes out of a white man's mouth. I said the brown swag. You're giving us color, and you. I said all nice things.
I know, but it's like you pretty much accentuated the color part. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm brown.
Because we're fucking ghosts. You can see through our skin.
Kind of. But yeah. All right, but hey, excited to be here though. Regardless, we got 10 fantastic matches for the month of January that were great. I have a little bit of antioxidant mixed water and a little bit of the bubbly. Over here with me. You got some too, John.
What you got, Tim? I don't have bubbly. This isn't bubbly.
I have filtered water that came from my refrigerator.
Oh, very nice.
In a plastic cup.
Very nice. You're representing the Street Profits.
Yeah, exactly. You need to do the...
I have a hint water that until looking at the name I thought was peach. It's mango.
Ooh. It's
while you were drinking it and you thought it was peach,
it tasted
like peach?
Yes.
And now that you know it's mango, does it still taste like peach or does it taste like mango?
Let's do a test.
Oh man.
It kind of still tastes like peach.
Okay, so it's not your brain.
It's not me. It's not me. But
it's
that picture made me think peach.
Yeah, I agree. That doesn't look like mango.
No.
Okay. I do love mangoes.
Let's get into this, huh?
Yeah.
What's the 10th match, John?
What's the 10th match? I don't remember anymore. It took so long to set this up. No.
Who cares? I'm just kidding. No.
Honestly,
don't care.
Who cares? Not me.
Oh, God.
I know what I did. Okay, it's okay. Number 10 comes to us from GCW Fight Forever. It was the first match of the first block, which was titled The Wind of God. It is none other than
I blow! Wind of God!
COVID-19! Anyway.
It was the Blackheart Leo Rush versus Allheart Blake Christian in a 2 out of 3 falls match where the first fall was a no-holds-barred match. The second fall was a red door match where you had to be put through a red door to lose, but Leo Rush went through a black door and they called the fall anyway. And the third match was a casket match.
Damn, son.
But Leo Rush won, finally besting Allheart Blake Christian. Tim, did you watch this match? Probably not. You were working.
I have not yet watched it, but all three of us have a hand in making this list. John put this one up. I am very excited to watch this match.
Yeah, man.
I was working, unfortunately. I did get to see a lot of Fight Forever, and I was, as you'll see in the honorable mentions, there's plenty of Fight Forever matches on our list. Blake Christian and Lio Rush have amazing chemistry, and by the end of Fight Forever, we found out that Blake Christian is on his way out of the Indies. There's much speculation as to where he's going, as Eliana Black, who is his girlfriend, just got signed to NXT, and his best friend, Alex Zane, got signed to NXT a month or so ago. So that's the speculation. But he has shown up on New Japan Strong. He was in the Super J Cup. He was in Impact's. He was in the finals of Impact's Super X Cup. Yeah. So, you know,
isn't he gonna be
who knows where he's going?
Isn't he going to be at No Surrender as well?
I don't believe so, Sid.
Okay, because like I saw something on Instagram that said like it's going to be a triple threat gauntlet match, and I saw his picture on that graphic.
Well, then you know more than me, and maybe Impact is where he's headed. I'm not sure. Because really, if you're a professional wrestler right now and you get off the indies,
yeah.
If you sign to AEW or New Japan or Impact or AAA, you could be wrestling in all four companies.
Yeah, that's actually a cool thing, and so he could just be courting all those different options. You know, maybe just pop it in here and there for a cup of coffee, and then until he finally decides to make a definitive choice as to where he's going to go. But I actually did watch this match today, and I loved it. It was fantastic. Hey. Lio Rush, man, he's, you know, honestly, Lio Rush has been able to tell a really good story with this whole Black Heart thing.
How cool is it?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Black Heart character is so cool.
Yeah, it does definitely remind me a lot of like Venom from Marvel Comics, just because of the look. Just because of the look. I mean, it reminds me of something else, but I forget. But, you know, I think, like, with the whole thing with Black Heart versus All Heart, that was cool. Lio is absolutely, like, diabolical throughout this entire match. Blake Christian.
The story going into it was Lio Rush came to GCW in the summer, lost to Blake Christian. Then at Slime season, he pulled out Black Heart and lost to Blake Christian again, so they had this 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
I'm just giving the background. Go ahead, Sid.
No, I mean, that's actually good. Thank you for that. But so I actually watched that match, too, at Slam season. That was also really good. But, man, like, Lio Rush, by the way, I also love his theme. I listened to it a couple of times today, the Black Heart theme, which, fun fact, is actually a sample. It's sampled. It pulls a sample from the song "Painted Black" by Ciara. So that's a fun fact. And also, he himself recorded and sang the song.
Isn't the Ciara song a cover of the Rolling Stones?
Probably, I think so. Yeah, I mean, you know more about rock music than I do, so.
No, I'm not sure. I don't listen to her since 2004. So
I mean, because of the beginning hum, it's the exact same. That's why I said Ciara. But yeah, but his theme song is really good. It's called "Feel the Pain." It's not on iTunes or Spotify yet, but it's on his own personal YouTube channel, which you can check out. But
very cool.
Fantastic match here. Really good stuff. I loved all the antics going into it. John, go ahead.
I will go ahead. So, the only thing that bothered me with the match was the referee's utter failure to understand what the rules of the second fall of the match were. But the match itself
maybe
was
the red door was for Blake Christian because he has red hair, and the black door was for Lio because he has the black heart.
They explicitly said that the winner of the match was whoever would put their opponent through the red door.
Interesting.
The red door did get used, however, so we still got to see the red door get used. Yeah, JCW Fight Forever, I mean, like, the whole concept of the show to me is an honorable mention, honestly. It was it was all for charity. Anybody that donated or signed up to be a sponsor, all the money went to the performers and the crew, and they ended up raising over $50,000 for those guys.
400 came from us.
Yeah, 400 did come from us. And 0 from Sid. Boo Sid. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, because I hate all indie wrestling and all I care about is Vince McMahon's duplexes of suplexes.
It's actually just because he didn't know about it. But anyway.
Duplexes of suplexes!
That was a good
I
like that.
I can't take credit for that, okay? That was Adam Blompier. He said that first. And I just really
I use shit that Ross says 24/7, so it doesn't matter.
Number 9.
Number 9. Let's move on. Number 9 comes to us from AEW Dynamite. It was Dax Harwood, accompanied by Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard, versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, accompanied. Acclaim unless Tim does it.
I don't know. I don't know it yet. Jeez.
Okay. I said it's lame unless Tim does it too. We just look like marks. You're a nerdy one.
We are marks. We're fat marks, according to some people on the internet.
Fuck him. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, accompanied by the rest of Jungle Express, Luchasaurus, and Marcus Stunt. In order to keep things...
Luchasaurus?
It's just Luchasaurus.
In order to keep things clean... In order to keep things clean, Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler were handcuffed to Luchasaurus. But the match ended in pandemonium when Jungle Boy got the win on Dax Harwood, and Tully Blanchard threw powder in the eyes of Luchasaurus, and they tied him up in the ropes and cut the horns off of his mask. The dastardly sons of bitches they are.
I'll say this about this match. Jungle Boy, once crowds come back, Jungle Boy is going to be the top babyface.
100%.
I agree. I agree with that.
Also, the fact that he works his style of offense, you would expect his best matches to be with those who work similar styles. But his matches with MJF and his match with Dax Harwood are the two best matches he has had since being in AEW. And those are two old school wrestlers.
Yeah.
Heel wrestlers. And this match was fan-fucking-tastic. The clash of styles was perfect. Dax, we only see Dax and Cash together. They have had singles matches on like NXT house shows back in the day, but we have never seen them. We've never seen them individually, and seeing Dax individually also was just awesome in itself. Really good back and forth, really good counters. I mean, it was what you would expect FTR and Jurassic Express in a tag team, but just one-on-one. And it translated perfectly.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with that. Pretty much everything that I had to say, you said, Tim. Again, it's one of those situations. But I will say that, yeah, Jungle Boy is... Man, look, AEW has amazing superstars, but I feel like Jungle Boy has been lost in the shuffle in the recent past. But I think a match like this and more matches like this is something that will continue to help him, get closer and closer to the limelight, And I feel like, in a way, it's a terrible analogy. I don't want to use it, but he is. You know what? No, I'm still going to use it. It's a bit of a terrible analogy, but in a way, he's like a reverse Brock Lesnar, if you think about it. Because Brock you would think his best matches would be with bigger guys, but it's in the recent past been with a lot more smaller guys.
Right.
Yeah. So similarly, Jungle Boy.
That's a good analogy.
Oh, okay, thank you. But Jungle Boy, in that sense, another match I would love to see is, I know this has happened, but should Cody ever turn heel Cody versus Jungle Boy in a match like that?
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'd
Joey
also
Janela.
say that, like, we saw last night on we saw this Wednesday on Dynamite. This FTR Jurassic Express feud is not ending anytime soon, and I'm very happy about it. I think it's going to raise the stock of Jurassic Express and solidify FTR even more on the AEW roster. John, anything from your big old noggin?
Well, I was just going to say that, in my opinion, this is Jungle Boy's best singles match since joining AEW.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. And I don't know if I agree entirely that Jungle Boy's been lost in the shuffle. Because Jungle Express is featured heavily on being the Elite, on Dynamite, even on AEW Dark.
And we just saw recently the guy who runs Jazzwares, Jack Powders or something like that, he unveiled Series 5 of Unrivaled, and Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are in that line.
But no Marco. I was a little upset about that.
Well, they also had Frankie and Scorpio and no
CD. Yeah, weird. But Marco Stunt should be like a little minifigure that comes with Luchasaurus.
I agree with that, John. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason that they left off Daniels was because Kazarian and Scorpio were the first ever tag team champions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
They should release like special editions too. Like they should have they should release a Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. 100%.
Well, they're coming out with another line. I forget what it's called. It's similar to the name Unrivaled. It's something else.
Unmatched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't said anything else other than that.
Though. Other than the name, yeah. But yeah, Jungle Boy is going to the moon, to steal a phrase from one Cameron Grimes. But that's where
that would be a good match too.
Yeah, it would. But that's where he's going.
Yeah.
He's going nowhere but up. Jungle Boy's fantastic.
That is true.
Number 8 comes to us from the NXT Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It is none other than the Rascals, MSK, versus Jake Atlas and Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Mark.
I'm going to kick it over to our NXT analyst to start this one off.
Yeah, NXT correspondent. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm going to say
Our man in the field.
Yeah, you guys already know what I'm going to say. This is my first experience. First time watching MSK /
Oh, why's that, Sid?
Because Impact's my favorite promotion. That's why. Yeah. Anyway.
This can't be your first time. We've had Rascals matches on previous lists.
Oh, that's true. Have we?
Yeah.
I believe so.
We probably have.
I mean, we did have a Trey Miguel match. I remember that. I don't think we had Rascals as a tag team.
You know what? The match that they did when the Rascals left Impact was on our list. Whenever it happened.
Oh, okay. I don't think I watched that one. I don't think we did that. We didn't do that list. Remember? That was the December list. We didn't do it.
Oh, that's true.
Me and John are going to buy a bunch of Impact merch off of Wish and send it to you. You fuck.
That's cool.
I don't even know if it's on there.
I'll take it, man. July 23rd is my birthday, so you have some time.
There you go.
Anyway.
We didn't get our Christmas gifts or Festival of Lights, whatever it is.
That's haunting.
Well, you don't celebrate it. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you, Tim. Don't worry. But anyway,
can I ask a favor? Don't make it up to me.
Don't tempt me, John. Don't tempt me. Anyway, but yeah, I think this match was a great introduction to MSK for those like me who haven't seen them. But it also served as a kind of like to building up a storyline for Isaiah Swerve Scott, because he is in the midst of a heel turn. At least it seems to me that way. So I think that was really cool. A lot of great athleticism, all four of these men. Fantastic stuff here. I mean, I love that assisted standing moonsault that they did. That's kind of their finisher now, which is freaking awesome. So, I mean, I loved it.
Yeah,
by the way,
it's like their trade. It's like their trademark.
Okay.
It's like that signature move that they have to get in every match, but it doesn't finish them. It gets the 2.5 count. You know.
Okay.
The finish is what they used at the end, and I never saw them use it before. I think it was like, I don't know their new names anymore. Wait, yes I do. Nash Carter.
I know one of them is Wes Lee.
I think Nash Carter was holding up Atlas or Swerve,
Wesley.
and Wesley like
Snipes
ran over and did like a reverse blockbuster on him or something.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. But I think because like they used it in another match and they actually won with that move, that assisted moonsault. So I don't know, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I think like I said, great. It accomplished a lot of things because it was a great debut for MSK on NXT, and it helped further along the Swerve's descent into darkness, as it were. So we'll see where that goes. So yeah. So John or Tim, go ahead.
I'll go.
I'll say this. Oh no, go ahead, John.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just happy that they got work.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they're signed. I'm happy that they're wrestling weekly. I'm happy that they're in a good place. Because when the Rascals left Impact, I was legitimately sad. We just saw Trey Miguel return to Impact, so he's still all right. He's still doing good. But yeah, I'm very happy.
Oh yeah, he's doing good. He's like in a relationship with Alicia Tooth.
Okay, that's I meant career-wise.
What a bastard.
But yeah, I'm just happy that they're somewhere. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah,
I drink to that.
I believe these two gentlemen are the fastest signed and debuting superstars.
I think so. Yeah.
In the history of NXT.
I mean,
and we saw why. The reason this is on the list is because of what Sid said. The athletics was bar none. You know, you got Scott in there, who's fantastic. Atlas, who's a fantastic. And the Rascals, MSK, which they haven't told us what MSK means, but whatever. Speaking of, I think they're going to the finals against Grizzled Young Veterans. But I did not watch this week's NXT yet, so...
Yeah, I'm still watching it myself, but yeah. I liked how Vic Joseph mentioned on commentary, these rascals are high-flying or some shit like that. That was funny.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Hey, Vicky!
Vicky Joseph.
Vicky.
You guys know Vicky Joseph?
Hey, he's out of the pasta shop next to my... Okay, now we're going a little too far. I'm sorry. God, I'm so bad.
He used to cook pasta with my mom back in the day.
He sliced the best prosciutto.
With the fresh mozzarella.
Number 7.
Wow. Sid, that's
I don't
actually
want
cultural
Italian food now.
appropriation because I'm half Italian, so just be
What's
mindful
number
of that.
7, John?
I'm looking. Number 7, I didn't name them in here. I just named them on my spreadsheet. Number 7 comes to us from Tokyo Joshi Pro. It was the Princess of Princess Championship, Yuka Sakazaki, defending against Rocky Tatsumi.
This shit was awesome.
Yes.
Yuka Sakazaki and Tatsumi put on a hell of a show. They wanted each other dead. Tatsumi, it was my first time seeing her, and she deserved that win. I believe she was either trained by or is inspired by Tatsumi Fujinami. I watched this earlier this month, but it did leave an impression on me. That's why I voted for this to be in the list. Go out of your way and watch it.
This was a really good match because the announcement team mentioned that these two were really good friends, but it just shows, like when there's a potential shot at greatness at stake, friendship, relationships, all that stuff goes out of the window. And this match kind of showed the roots of pro wrestling and why these characters do what they do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was fantastic. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I gotta say, I have been nothing but impressed with the Tokyo Joshi Pro English commentary team. They are fantastic. They are informational. They know what they're talking about. They tell you why you should care about what's going on. I can't help but compare them both to Chris Charlton of NJPW as far as providing background goes.
I believe the English commentators for Tokyo Joshi Pro are the same English commentators that Noah has, because Noah, Tokyo Joshi Pro, DDT, all that is in the same streaming service.
Now that you said that, I was trying to place the one guy's voice, and I think you just did it for me.
But we haven't seen Yuka Sakazaki in the West in a while. She was in AEW, but
what's happening, Tim?
Japanese side of the women's AEW Eliminator tournament has none other than two Tokyo Joshi Pro wrestlers. That is Yuka Sakazaki and Maki Ito. There is 6 other Joshi wrestlers, and Riho is on the American side, so I guess she's back in the States, because the Japanese side is happening all on Japan soil. So, if you want to get yourself ready for that Eliminator tournament, watch this match and also the Maki Ito match. It was very good. It's on our honorable mentions.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff throughout. There was a lot of awesome outside the ring work. There was an awesome looking drop kick spot where Tatsumi had Sakazaki's leg like tied up in the barricade and took a full running start and drop kicked her leg. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutality. It was everything you expect. It was a strong style women's match. That's what it was.
Absolutely.
It was awesome.
For sure.
Number 6 comes to us from NXT. It was the second iteration of the Fight Pit featuring Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer, and Timothy Thatcher, the king of Thatch Can Wrestling.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Tommaso Ciampa beat Thatcher in a regular match at the last TakeOver. But he could not do it in Thatcher's fight pit. This match was great, but that ending was fucking phenomenal. When he got his leg in the cage and was just applying that submission through it, I was like, this has to be the end. This has to be the end. They have to end it here, and they did. And I was so happy. And what they're doing with these two men right now, the interviews that they've done since then, the getting into the tag tournament, becoming a tag team, what they've and the latest interview from last week's NXT was just fantastic. I love what they're doing with both of these guys because Tommaso Ciampa's been to the top of the mountain, and for a while there, it looked like Thatcher was only getting pushed so much to look like a contender, but to job to others. And right now, they're both doing something worth meaning. And it all came from this fight pit match because it made Ciampa respect Thatcher. And it made Thatcher respect Ciampa.
Yeah. I'll just say, if you thought the fight pit match that they had with Matt Riddle was brutal, this one that was like child's play in my opinion compared to this match. Because I think both of them are vicious competitors, and frankly, I would love to see more fight pit matches. I don't think we should have only one a year. Maybe 2 a year would be fine. Like one person I want to see get into the fight pit is Adam Cole. I think that would be an interesting match because the fight pit has become Thatcher's domain, kind of like how the Lion's Den was Ken Shamrock's domain way back when. It almost feels like Thatcher is like a combination of Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock in that sense.
Ooh,
and
that's good. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Nice shout out to Dan Severn.
Yeah, and so I mean, and Thatch Ken Timothy Thatcher. Just really excited to see what more he does, and like I said, more fight pit matches, please. I would love to see. Oh yeah, if Finn Balor is still NXT champion by this time, definitely
defend
Finn
the
Balor
title
versus
in the fight pit.
Oh yeah,
defend the title in the fight pit.
Yes. I'd like to see Kyle O'Reilly in the fight pit as well. Also,
and Pete Dunne.
Also, Sid, I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think the Riddle match was child's play compared to this. I almost think you can't compare them because Ciampa and Riddle are way different performers. Riddle comes at you with that MMA background. Ciampa is just a fucking nut job.
Machine, yeah.
I think he's a brawler, but then
that's Brian Cage.
About wrestling moves, and who knows? But yeah, John.
You know who I want to see get in the fight pit? Fucking Bronson Reed, dude. Get that big Kiwi sumbitch in there. Mix it up.
That Australian kaiju get that motherfucker. Yeah.
So what do you think about
I think he's from New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Well, no, he says the Auszilla. That's Australian.
Is it? Oh, shit. I thought it. Oh, okay. I was wrong.
Sorry, go ahead.
This match was awesome. I mean, like, that's like what we say about every match. This match we go to. But fucking hell, this was just... It was a fight. It was in a pit. It was a fight pit. And it was like... You know Thatcher, you know Ciampa, you know what this fucking match looked like.
Right.
Number 5 comes to us from the land of the rising sun. Tokyo, Japan. In the Tokyo Dome, no less. Wrestle Kingdom 15?
Yes.
Wrestle Kingdom 15, night... Night 1. in Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 1, special singles match, Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, versus, what is his nickname now? What is Will Ospreay's nickname? Is he still, what is it?
Commonwealth Kingpin?
Yes, the Commonwealth
yeah.
Kingpin, Will Ospreay. I knew it wasn't Aerial Assassin or Assassin anymore, but I couldn't think of what the new one was. But the leader of the Empire, Will Ospreay. I'm
The
gonna let
backstory
Tim
to
start.
this match was so good because Okada wrestled Ospreay in Rev Pro, talked to New Japan, wanted Ospreay in New Japan, fought for him to get into Chaos. They had great matches, I believe, at last year's anniversary show, and Ospreay always felt like he couldn't reach his max potential because Okada was in the way. So he went and formed his own faction and started becoming more selfish in that sense. And he targeted Okada for a long time. The build-up, even on social media, was great. I believe Ospreay posted on Instagram a picture with him with Okada's mom and Okada with Ospreay's mom. I mean, this had a main event feel to it. I mean, of course it's going to feel that way because of the two guys, but the build-up was really good. As it comes to as a match, the storytelling was fantastic. Will Ospreay hit the Rainmaker on Okada, and everyone, I was live tweeting this show, everyone was saying, please do not rely on that shitty submission move, the money clip. We need the Rainmaker back. And Okada did it, and he put Ospreay to bed. Sid?
So, as you know, one of the things that I value in a wrestling match, or just in wrestling in general, is storytelling. And this match, yeah, there was some story. And that's the thing with New Japan. I know that they don't run weekly shows, so there's not like a shit ton of backstage promos or or interactions in the ring as much as, like AEW or WWE or any of that stuff. So they use the match to tell the story. And that was what was so masterful about this match.
Yeah.
I think that, this whole story of Ospreay trying to get out of Okada's shadow was very much shown here. I will say I do disagree with the ending result. I do think Ospreay should have taken this because, he's a heel, starting a new faction, leader of a new faction, to assert his dominance. I felt that he could have taken down his old leader, Okada, and been like, look, I'm my own man now. But besides that, the match itself was really good. Like, the animosity just continued to build and build and build. And I was just like, holy shit, man, these two are going to kill each other, and that's exactly what they did. So I was excited, but that's
the week,
yeah,
the night of and the week after, I felt the same as you. I felt Ospreay should have won. But this whole feud that the Empire has with Tenzan and Kojima is actually really good. It's a nice starting point for this new faction to get its feet in the ground. And who's to say,
down the
Gato
line,
books long term, and he's smart and he knows what he's doing. Who's to say down the line Ospreay doesn't get that win over Okada?
right? Yeah, and I think honestly, one thing I have to with New Japan, the losers do not look bad in defeat. They always look good in defeat. So Ospreay has nothing to be ashamed of here.
Yeah, totally. I absolutely agree. You got Okada and you got Ospreay. I mean, how the hell is the match not going to be good? It was main event worthy. It is definitely a match of the year candidate. But it's at the number 5 spot because, goddamn, what a month of wrestling January was. We'll get into that in just a minute.
I say this, ever since we started doing this top 10, it seems like every month wrestling just gets fucking better.
Yeah, that's true.
No matter what's going on in this world, wrestling still continues to produce
I mean, hell,
quality content.
we have a match of the year candidate scheduled for next week with Kenta and Kenny Omega versus Archer and Moxley.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
That's already a match of the year candidate without even seeing it yet.
Right.
But,
Same with Kenta versus Moxley.
Hell yeah.
Same with, I mean, fuck, I don't know.
What are we gonna do?
I mean, the card for NXT Vengeance Day, looks like it will produce some really good shit.
I haven't seen it yet, but I will when we're done here.
3 matches were announced so far.
I'll check them out. Let's move on to number 4. It features the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi, going up against the double IWGP champion, Tetsuya Naito, leader of LIJ. This was the match where Kota Ibushi won the double gold. So, of course it has a spot on this list.
Kota Ibushi finally becomes God.
Yes.
And after the match, the ungovernable Tetsuya Naito handed the belts to Ibushi and raised his hand. And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen a Naito and Ibushi match, you know there was cringeworthy spots with the necks.
Yeah.
You know that they went all out. And Naito, I believe, had a great run with his historic title reign. I'm so glad that Ibushi has finally achieved his goal.
Now, I will say this. One thing that intrigued me after this match, Kenny Omega tweeted out this whole thing with Kota Ibushi and how he won and how he's happy for his friend. And he's got this cleaner / collector gimmick going on. Kota Ibushi has 2 belts. And it looks like after this week's Dynamite, it looks like the forbidden door, as it were, is slightly ajar.
Before Kota Ibushi won, Omega was on Talk is Jericho and said that if he never joined Bullet Club, he would still be a white meat babyface trying to get to the top like Kota Ibushi. And this past week on Twitter, it was an exchange between Nakazawa, Ibushi, and Omega. And Omega was saying that we're gonna change the world. They may not like it, but we're going to do it, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing here, but whatever's going on with these Bullet Club things, that's going to happen first. But the end result is going to be Ibushi and Omega, and it's going to fucking roll, and it's going to bring everything outside of WWE together, and fuck.
Yeah, dude.
What a great way to start the story with Ibushi beating Naito and Omega stealing the title from Moxley.
Yeah. Great shit, man.
I mean,
Sid, anything to say?
Like I said, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But awesome match. Obviously. It's Naito and Ibushi. You can't have a bad match. Like, I don't know, like, man, look, I have not seen a horrible New Japan match. Like, I've never seen one that's like absolute trash quality or something like that. Like I've seen good matches to like serviceable matches. I've seen good matches. I've seen great matches, and then I've seen holy shit, this is awesome kind of matches in New Japan. That's all I've seen. But yeah, congratulations, Kota Ibushi. I'm looking forward to the future. I am looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to see how they change the world. That's it. So John, go ahead.
Okay, well, I think it's time to talk a little bit about the Royal Rumble, boys. Numero tres was a last man standing match for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, defending against Kevin Owens, the prize fighter.
Stun Owens stun.
My God, this match was balls to the wall. It started off a little bit slow, but don't let that fool you if you watch this. As soon as this match...
I love the beginning. I love that Kevin Owens stood at those ropes and would not allow Roman to get in, and then held the ropes open. Yeah. He was ready from the start.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, once this match moved to the floor, it went 0 to 60 real fucking quick.
Really?
You mean 100?
Yes, there wasn't...
It went 60 to 100 real fucking quick. That's what happened.
In the words of Drake, 0 to 100 real quick. No,
I don't know who Drake is.
You're blessed.
What is music? No.
Yeah, I only watch wrestling. The only music I listen to is wrestling theme songs.
I only watch wrestling. Everything else is for dumb babies.
Right.
But
so anyway.
Favorite spot? Oh, I don't know, man. I always try to talk about my favorite spot in every match. But it's hard. I don't know. I really liked Roman throwing Kevin Owens through the tables off throwing Roman off of the Thunderdome set. The Swanton Bomb from the forklift was epic, but man, I don't know. Like, there were so many good spots.
Roman running over Kevin Owens with the cart,
the golf cart.
Yeah,
I was going to mention this.
Owens got it worse than Sammy.
Yeah, he
handed
did.
Down.
He went through the windshield.
Also,
at one point, they were fighting, and Roman said, "Oh, you're fighting for your dead grandfather," or something like that. And Owens was on the brink of death, and he just shot up and started whooping on Roman and screamed, "My granddad is more of a man than you'll ever be." And then they tried to Roman tried to use handcuffs on Owens. Didn't work out for him. Owens had the match won, but as the ref was getting to 10, Roman threw the ref into one of the stage props, and Paul Heyman came over and undid the handcuffs, and Roman Reigns applied the guillotine choke to Kevin Owens. This was amazing. This really makes me think that Vince and company do indeed like Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Because it's always a wondering, do they actually like him or they don't like him? I don't know. But, they weren't. I knew going into this they weren't going to take the title off of him.
Yeah.
But the match and the story inside the match and everything building up to it just made it so good that it didn't matter that I knew that Roman was going to
win. Right.
And the way that he won was perfect for his character right now. Paul Heyman, you are my employee. You do what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sid, go for it. What you got?
Yeah, like I think there's no need to take the title off of Roman anytime soon. Frankly,
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying that. First of all, actually, no.
Year of our Lord, 2021. What a time to be alive, eh?
Exactly. I mean, even back. Okay, see here. Even back then, I still wanted the title on Roman just so Vince can get it out of the system.
I wanted the title on Roman so that Brock wouldn't have it.
That too, but also just because Roman kept on getting inserted in title pictures when he didn't freaking deserve it, right? Yeah. But now I actually want to see Roman with that title, and at this point, I just want to see him have it until someone credible takes it off. Well, I don't want to say credible. I want to see him for a long time because of the character of Roman Reigns. I keep talking about characters. I keep talking about stories. That is what intrigues me.
That's what wrestling is.
All these. Yeah, and he's fantastic.
That's not what it is wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. So, and yeah, obviously, continuing to go these depths with all these different matches, whether it's a cage match, a last man standing, match.
The thing is, Thatcher has the fight pit.
Yeah.
Triple H pretty much took over the Hell in the Cell concept throughout the Hell in the Cell history.
Yeah.
I believe with this run, Roman Reigns is putting his name on the last man standing match stipulation.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
What do you mean by that, Tim?
He beat Jey Uso inside a Hell in a Cell in a last man standing match.
Oh, right. No, yeah.
But that was an I Quit match, though.
I see what you're saying. That was an I Quit match.
Oh. Well, fuck me. Anyway.
I was going to say something about Last Man Standing, though. Last Man Standing is probably one of my favorite stipulations that WWE does. And I'm thinking I might have to go ahead and make myself a list of my favorite Last Man Standing matches and put that on the channel at some point.
Or we could use it for something we're planning in the future.
That is true.
The future.
The future.
You can tell me off camera if you want.
Number 2! We're talking about number 2 now.
Okay.
We're going back to the Tokyo Dome with Kota Ibushi.
Hold on, John.
Go ahead.
Kota Ibushi on night 1 became God. But right after his match, while he was celebrating, none other than King Switch came out and said, "Enjoy that for one night because you didn't beat me in the G1. I'm the real champion. Tomorrow, I'm taking it from you." And this match, I believe they said, was the longest match in Wrestle Kingdom history.
Yes, that is true.
Damn. Shit, man.
I mean, Kota Ibushi versus Jay White was the match that I knew I wanted to see since, like, the G1 time. Especially when Kota Ibushi won and Jay White interrupted his backstage interview, which was unheard of. Not a thing that happens over there. He made Kota Ibushi open an alcoholic beverage, which I was like, oh, he's in his head. Because, like, Kota doesn't do that. But my God, it was so good. It was so good, guys.
You know,
I'll say, go ahead.
The storytelling in this match was great too, and it had me on the edge of my seat because I really didn't know what they were going to do. Were they going to do Ibushi dirty and just give him that one night run? But the match was just fantastic. Jay White is the best heel in pro wrestling, and Kota Ibushi is one of the most phenomenal wrestlers wrestlers I've ever seen.
No pun intended, of course, but yes.
He's good.
Did you ever see Ibushi versus AJ Styles?
I can't say I have.
Ibushi did a Phoenix Splash, and AJ caught him into a fucking Styles clash. It was fucking beautiful.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It was nuts. My God. Kota Ibushi is probably one of the greatest wrestlers walking the face of the earth.
Yeah.
He really is.
I agree.
Yeah, he's number one is tied by the two men we talked about earlier, Ibushi and his counterpart.
Omega. But the number one match for January comes to us.
So, I'll just say one thing.
Okay.
And then we'll go to number one. Kota Ibushi, night one of Wrestle Kingdom, became God.
Yeah.
In night two, Kota Ibushi solidified his position as God.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll go to number one now.
But number one, I believe, is history making because I think it is the first time that the Never Openweight Championship has topped our best of list.
It's also both of these men's first ever Wrestle Kingdom appearance. And that is Shingo Takagi defending his Never Openweight title against the Empire's, or United Empire's, Jeff Cobb. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kota Ibushi is my favorite Wrestle Kingdom match of all time. And as soon as this match was over, I was messaging you guys saying this is a close second. They were throwing bombs. They were throwing suplexes. They were going at it like no other open weight match before. Maybe you could say Ishii and Shibata, but these guys are thicker, and they were doing amazing things, and neither could put the other one away. And Shingo used his brain and started going after Jeff's leg. And when Jeff would do some high impact moves, it all came back to that leg. There was a point where Jeff Cobb was going to razor's edge Shingo off of the fucking apron, and I was going nuts. I said, who do you think you are? Naito and Ibushi? That's later. That's later. You can't break your necks. Shingo luckily got out of it and did an amazing front flipping plancha on the Cobb on the outside. I mean, a lot of people, while I was live tweeting, was talking about the strength of Cobb. But I said, you guys talking about the strength of Cobb, fucking Shingo deadlifted Cobb into the Made in Japan, held him up in the air for like 30 seconds and then hit it. It was just incredible, man. Yeah. Like, Shingo got me into Puresso with his match in DG USA against Bryan Danielson. And watching him from Dragon Gate and Dragon Gate USA to where he is now in New Japan, I'm so happy. Jeff Cobb is where he needs to. He needs and should be. Yep. I'm so glad that he signed with New Japan. Earlier in the year, everyone was expecting him to go to NXT and such, but he belongs in New Japan. And this match shows you why. If anybody else has any other thoughts, go ahead. But I am a total fucking mark for Shingo Takagi, and I'm a total fucking mark for this match.
Absolutely.
John, go ahead.
Favorite spot? Because that's my job. Favorite spot. The best spot in this match, in my opinion, was Jeff Cobb hitting a standing moonsault while holding Shingo Takagi. Holding him like this, standing fucking moonsault into basically the world's strongest slam when they landed.
Yeah, like a moonsault power slam.
My fucking God. It was insane. I've never seen anything like that happen in a wrestling match. And I've been watching wrestling for over 20 years. For me to see something that I've never seen before is fucking rare, and they did it. So, #1 match. For sure.
Well, Cameron Grimes kind of does that, but to see two men of this stature be able to pull that off
That's
is
what
just
I'm saying.
unfucking real.
On that note, I would love to see at some point. We could totally see Cameron Grimes in New Japan. I think he would thrive there too, for sure. But I mean, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there, but
It's all right.
like this one again. I mean, I get why they didn't put the title on Cobb yet.
Yeah.
But again, showed everybody what Jeff Cobb is all about. And yes, I have seen Jeff Cobb before this. I saw him in AEW against Jon Moxley, where he popped in again for a cup of coffee, but it was still really good. I think Cobb again is in that class of big men, like again, changing the definition of big men.
Yeah.
Because back then we had the Canes, you had the Takers, you had the Big Shows, and the Mark Henrys. Now it's the Keith Lees. Now it's the Luchasauruses. Now it's the Wardlows. Now it's the Jeff Cobbs.
Yeah, now when you get a new big guy in wrestling, they're being compared to Brian Cage. They're being compared to Jeff Cobb. They're being compared to Keith Lee. They're changing the fucking game. And Jeff Cobb is joined arms with, in my opinion, Keith Lee as the forefront of this change.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, before we get to the end of this show, I would like to point out that on this video, you see not only our emblems, but also Global Syndicate Wrestling.
Yeah.
They are a new indie company on February 21st, 2021 on Fight. You can pre-order now. Inception, which is headlined by Austin Aries against Alex Hammerstone. The whole card looks good. Deonna Purrazzo versus Shaul Guerrero. Definitely check that out. The outro of this video will show you upcoming big events for the month of February. And that's how it's going to go from here on out for these top 10 shows. And with that,
I'm going to correct you very quickly, though, Timothy. GSW Inception is on the 20th, not the 21st.
my bad.
It's all right.
Also, if you haven't saw on Twitter, we have renamed Armbar Nerds to the Gooniverse. This year in 2021, myself, John Kearns, and Sid Saram will be bringing to you everything from video games, music, food, monsters, anything we want to fucking talk about, we're going to be talking about. We're going to be doing tier lists. We're going to be talking about cartoons, anime, Disney, Pixar, everything you could think of. So if you like our wrestling opinions and you like to listen to our voices and see our faces, subscribe. Ours means all of us.
Okay.
You're dumb.
Look up the Gooniverse on YouTube, and I believe anywhere you could find podcasts except Stitcher, because Stitcher sucks.
Yeah. But the podcast portion of the Gooniverse is actually called Welcome to the Gooniverse. So you'll find that. Welcome one and all to the Gooniverse, the universe of goons, us.
That's right.
So
I'm excited, man. Can't wait.
Me too. With that, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one. Peace and love to all of you. Guys, bring it in. Bang!
Yeah. Bang!